All right, this is A.CED.2 algebra, creating equations that describe numbers or relationships, standard 2. This is video 2, and we are going to use linear equations in slope-intercept form. Here are a few terms to know. I'd like you to copy these down in your journals and define them. So we're going to be working again with slope-intercept form. We've talked a lot about that. So we have ordered pairs that are your y and your x. We have a slope, which is m, and then where this line is going to cross the y-axis, we call that the y-intercept, also known as b. We are given certain information. They want us to write an equation of the line that passes through this certain point, and then it also has a slope of -4. So we know that a line needs more than one point. We only know one of them that it goes through, so we really don't know what direction this line is going through, other than the fact that the slope is negative, so we know that we'll have a negative slope. What we're going to do is we are going to take the given information and try to figure out another point on this line, and we know that the B, the y-intercept, is another point that this line could go through. So if I take this information, -1, 3, I know that this coordinate 3 takes the place of my y. The slope of my line was given at -4. I multiply that by my x-coordinate, which is -1, and then I'm going to try to figure out where this y-intercept is. So we have 3, +4 plus b. So to solve for b, we take 4 away from both sides. So if you want me to show that for you, we'll subtract 4 from both sides, and we have -1 equaling b. So when I write that out in its final form, we know that y is equal to the slope of -4x subtracted by 1, and we have our y-intercept at -1, which gives us the additional point needed. Again, you need 2 points to create a line. We have -1, 3 as a point, and now we have on our y-axis the ordered pair of 0, -1. Okay, so a different look we have here. We need to write an equation of the line that passes through these particular points, but they don't give us the slope. So we don't know the slope of the line. We could draw it on a grid. We could graph these two ordered pairs, take out a straight edge, and then figure out what the slope is. But we know that we can take the formula previously in the chapter, where m is equal to the change in the y-axis over the change in the x-axis. So let's start here. We'll go 5, take away -1, and then the x's are -2 subtracted by your +2. So m is equal to 6 over, what do we have here, -4. So we know that that is a slope of -3/2, or -1.5. All right, now if we want to figure out the y-intercept, which is b, we can take one of the ordered pairs, it doesn't matter which one, and we can substitute our values into the equation and then use our new given slope. So I guess I'll just take, let's see, what's easiest? Let's use the second ordered pair. So we have 2, -1. Change color. So y is -1. That's equal to, what do we have? -3/2 multiplied by the x, which is +2/1, and that's going to be added to b. So -1 is going to be equal to, well, a negative times a positive is still a negative. We can cancel our 2's. So 3 over 1 is equal to 3. And then to solve for b, we're going to have to do the opposite of the -3. So add 3 to both sides. -1 plus 3 is 2. And now we can create this equation because they want us to write an equation of the line. I now have my slope and I now have my y-intercept. So let's slap those together and have y is equal to -3/2 x plus 2. Equation of the line. All right, now we have a little different look to it. We're talking about these function values again, the linear function. And we know that this is in the f of x is equal to x form, and we know that f of x is equal to, it's really taking the place of the y. So we have our two values in ordered pair form. The x coordinate is -2, and we have 15 as the y. And then we have 1, 9. And we're going to use the same process from the last screen. So why don't you pause the video and try to figure out the equation of this line. Okay, so m is going to equal the change in the y over the change in the x. I'll pick out a random starting point, and let's go with the 15. Take away 9, and the -2, take away the 1. So what do we have here? We have 6 over, what do we have, -3, which is a slope of -2. And now I need to go find my b. So if m is equal to -2, let's go find out the y-intercept. So steal one of the ordered pairs. You get to pick which one and substitute it into our slope-intercept form. So let's just take this 1, 9. All right, so y is equal to our, we got to substitute in. So y, which is 9, is equal to -2 times the x All right, so now we have both necessary items. I see that m is -2 and b is +11. So it says write an equation. So here we go. Y is equal to -2x added to 11. All right, final problem is an application problem. This is the typical gym membership idea, and it says your gym membership costs $33 per month. So every month that you are there, no matter what, it will cost you $33. There is, however, a starting or initial membership fee. So in order for you to become a member, you have to pay a one-time fee. Then it says you paid a total of $228 after 6 months of being at this gym. Write an equation that gives the total cost as a function of the length of your gym membership in months. Find the total cost after 9 months. So there's a lot of information in here, and the key word says write an equation that gives the total cost as a function of the length of time. So, I mean, it's similar to slope-intercept form. We can use different variables. Maybe C could represent the cost. Let's see, we could use the T for the amount of time, or, if you're using M in months. Whatever you decide, you get to choose that. So let's write in the given information. I know that we have a $33 cost per every month. So let's call that T. And what we don't know is how much the initial fee was. So if you're calling that anything, we can call that, I don't know, we can call it plus B, which is your y-intercept. That's probably going to be easiest for you to remember. So let's keep that as the fee that we don't know. So let's fill in the information that we do know, and maybe we could figure out what that initial cost was at this gym. So if we paid $228 for 6 months, the time was 6 months, we would be able to figure out a little bit more here. So 228 is equal to 33 times 6. So what do we have? Go off. Again, no calculator, so 33 times 6. So you have $198. And then we need to solve for B, so that's going to be the initial cost, your starting amount. So we subtract $198 from both sides. So B is going to equal $30. Now I think I have enough information to figure out what it's going to cost me for 9 months in this particular gym. So now we have C, the cost, is going to equal 33 times the 9 months, and then added to the initial starting fee, which was $30. All right, so let's go off to the side again. We have 33 times 9, which is going to be $297 plus 30. So you have $327. So the cost after 9 months is going to be a total of $327. And let's go back into the problem and make sure that we've answered all parts to it. Did we find the cost after 9 months? Yes. However, did we write an equation that gives the total cost as a function of the length of time? No, we need to finalize that portion and say the total cost C is equal to 33 multiplied by the amount of months added to the initial starting fee of $30. So we have the equation that we needed, and we had the cost after 9 months. And you could put that cost after 9 months into a sentence answer. Okay, in your journal, define the given terms on page 2 of the flip chart and write a few sentences on what you learned from this video. If you had any questions, make a special mark in your notebooks, and please bring those to class, and we will work on some more of these application problems together.